Sheldon and Amy's cutest Big Bang Theory moment is ruined by young Sheldon. Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like. Although it's wonderful to see Paige return in Young Sheldon Season 6, her most recent presence on The Big Bang Theory successfully spoils one of the most endearing Sheldon and Amy moments. In the CBS family comedy, Sheldon's fellow child prodigy makes a comeback. Paige is worse than ever though, rather than having her long-standing issues resolved. Sheldon shows the character's more human side by trying to be a decent quasi-friend and checking on her. Unfortunately, it also hurts Sheldon's story with Amy on The Big Bang Theory. Paige appeared to be at her lowest point the last time she was in Young Sheldon. That was obviously not the case. She has turned into something of a warning to the boy genius as she continues on her turbulent road. By giving a glimpse of how lonely Sheldon may have been if not for the Pasadena gang, Paige exposes how sinister TBBT could have been. However, her entrance is a double-edged blade because it also spoils a really memorable sequence from The Big Bang Theory. When will Young Sheldon Season 6 Episode 14 air, and why it's taking a break? In Episode 13 of Season 6 of Young Sheldonis, Paige attempts to go from one college party to another. Sheldon follows her around. They also run into Missy during the evening, who steps in and helps Paige break her self-destructive pattern. She spends the night in Sheldon's dorm room after being brought there by the Cooper twins. This devalues the Big Bang Theory scene where Sheldon and Amy proclaim their love. They originally confess their love for one another in the prom equivalency, but even though Sheldon loved Amy, he wouldn't allow her sleep on his bed. But in Season 6 of Young Sheldon, he even let Paige to sleep on it. Sheldon's arc in The Big Bang Theory is undoubtedly altered by Paige's presence in his life. First of all, it proves that he is aware that there are other child prodigies, even at an early age. Even Missy thinks Paige is smarter than her twin brother, in fact. Sheldon, who discovered that he had a crush on her alleged opponent, has also tried to establish a puppy love connection between the two. Paige's lack of interest kept the plotline from moving forward, but it does demonstrate that Sheldon was capable of romantic attraction long before he met Amy. Paige's plotline serves as more evidence that young Sheldon should completely disregard TBD. CBS is unable to fully develop the character's arc in the long run because she was not referenced in The Big Bang Theory. Sheldon benefits from her story as well since it allows the family sitcom to highlight his humanity in spite of his poor social skills. Sheldon eventually consented to Missy leaving Paige in his dorm room, despite his initial objections. He could have made a bigger deal out of it if he hadn't felt like it. But it's clear that Sheldon cares about Paige because he almost followed her around to make sure she was safe. It's no secret that The Big Bang Theory has given us countless moments that will forever live in our hearts, from Sheldon's quirky one-liners to the unbreakable bond between Sheldon Cooper and Amy Farrah Fowler. But there's one moment that stands out as one of the sweetest in the series, one that fans continue to talk about years later. And just when we thought we had everything figured out, young Sheldon comes in to ruin it all in a way no one saw coming. Yes, you read that right. The adorable, genius little Sheldon Cooper from the spin-off series, Young Sheldon may have unintentionally messed with one of the most heartwarming and iconic moments from The Big Bang Theory, leaving fans scratching their heads and feeling betrayed. So how did young Sheldon spoil Sheldon and Amy's sweetest moment? Let's take a dive into this mind-bending drama. Let's first refresh our memories on what this sweetest moment was. We're talking about the unforgettable scene where Sheldon Cooper, after years of awkwardness and emotional growth, proposes to Amy in one of the most heartfelt and genuine moments in TV history. The proposal itself was a culmination of everything Sheldon had gone through, from being a social misfit to learning how to express his emotions, and most importantly, realizing that Amy was his perfect match. For fans who watched The Big Bang Theory unfold over 12 seasons, this moment was an emotional payoff. We had seen Sheldon struggle with intimacy, misunderstandings, and his own quirks. But when he finally proposed, the entire audience swooned, and so did Amy. It was a beautiful moment that represented how far Sheldon had come, not only as a scientist, but as a person capable of loving and understanding the importance of relationships. Now, as much as we loved that moment in The Big Bang Theory, we can't forget that Young Sheldon is a prequel that explores Sheldon Cooper's formative years in Texas. And while the show is full of adorable moments with young Sheldon navigating life, it has also caused a lot of confusion and tension for fans of The Big Bang Theory. Why? Because young Sheldon has been known to reveal details about Sheldon's past that directly conflict with what we thought we knew from the original series. So when young Sheldon suddenly brought up a moment that was supposed to be unique to The Big Bang Theory, fans were stunned. A recent episode of Young Sheldon featured a flashback to Sheldon's early childhood and interactions with Amy that seemed to completely undermine the emotional significance of the proposal scene from The Big Bang Theory. In this shocking flashback, Sheldon, as a young boy, is shown interacting with Amy. The episode depicted Sheldon's early fascination with her and gave a glimpse into their friendship well before they ever became a couple. The problem? The flashback included details that contradicted the Big Bang Theory timeline, specifically how Sheldon portrayed Sheldon as having a rather unconventional relationship with Amy, one that developed over time from friendship to romantic love. However, young Sheldon introduced a version of Sheldon who seemed to be far more comfortable with Amy earlier in life. In fact, the young Sheldon displayed a closeness to Amy that didn't fit the version we saw on The Big Bang Theory, where Sheldon took years to even realize his true feelings for her. The biggest problem with this flashback: it undermines the significance of Sheldon's emotional journey on The Big Bang Theory. The entire point of his character arc was that he had to evolve emotionally, and watching him struggle with his feelings for Amy made the eventual proposal all the more rewarding. But with the new information from young Sheldon, it almost feels like Sheldon should have known how important Amy was to him all along, destroying the powerful, slow-burning development of their relationship. Fans have not been shy in expressing their frustration about the conflicting timelines between young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory. For many, the beauty of Sheldon and Amy's relationship came from the way Sheldon's character evolved. Watching him go from being emotionally stunted and unaware of his feelings to understanding and deeply loving Amy was one of the best parts of the show. But now, with young Sheldon inserting its own narrative, the magic of that journey feels watered down. One Reddit user expressed their frustration saying, "I love young Sheldon, but it's really messing with the emotional depth of The Big Bang Theory. That proposal scene was so pure, and now I'm questioning if Sheldon even struggled with it in the first place." Another fan added, "It just doesn't make sense for young Sheldon to be so close to Amy when, in Big Bang Theory, Sheldon was oblivious to her feelings for so long. It feels like the emotional weight is being undercut." Of course, not everyone is upset about this development. Some fans argue that it's just a minor detail in young Sheldon and shouldn't overshadow the emotional resonance of The Big Bang Theory. After all, young Sheldon is focused on a child version of the character, and his interactions with Amy might not have the same depth or significance as the adult Sheldon. They argue that Sheldon's growth was always going to be the focus of The Big Bang Theory, and any contradictions in young Sheldon are just details that can be overlooked. But for many fans, this is more than just a small detail, it's a big deal. The fact that young Sheldon inserted a flashback that conflicted with the emotional beats of The Big Bang Theory feels like a betrayal of the narrative that fans cherished for so many years. The purity and emotional depth of Sheldon's proposal to Amy were hard-earned, and anything that diminishes that moment feels like a disservice to the show's legacy. So, where does this leave Sheldon and Amy's relationship in the eyes of fans? Well, it's complicated. While young Sheldon continues to explore the early years of Sheldon's life, it's clear that the spin-off series is making choices that could unintentionally undermine the emotional stakes of The Big Bang Theory. But maybe, just maybe, there's room for both narratives to coexist without ruining the magic of Sheldon and Amy's love story. After all, it's the complexity of Sheldon's character that makes him so intriguing. Whether you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory or young Sheldon, there's no denying that Sheldon Cooper's journey, no matter how it's portrayed, has made an unforgettable impact on TV. So, while young Sheldon might have caused a bit of drama with this flashback, it's clear that Sheldon and Amy's love story will remain a pivotal part of The Big Bang Theory's legacy. We can only hope that future episodes of Young Sheldon don't mess with it even more. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.